Hello everyone, welcome back to Heyday channel. Mike Tyson breaks silence after suffering a health scare on a flight. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight in an official boxing bout July 20 in Texas. Just 2 months before the event, which Netflix will broadcast, Tyson suffered a health issue mid-air. He broke his silence Tuesday by saying on social media that he is back to 100%, but doubts he will need to feel 100% to defeat Jake Paul. Mike Tyson has issued his first statement on X, the social media site, formerly known as Twitter, since he suffered a medical issue on a flight. The incident happened just 2 months before the former heavyweight king is due to return to the ring for a controversial boxing bout against internet sensation Jake Paul in an official match that Netflix will broadcast from the AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Mike Tyson breaks silence. The 57-year-old former boxing champion said he is back to 100%. Though Tyson has been in training for his fight with Jake Paul, his preparations took a turn for the worse because of a mid-air medical issue. As Give Me Sport reported previously, Tyson experienced nauseousness and dizziness on board and received treatment from paramedics for an all-care flare-up. A Tyson spokesperson told the New York Post. Tyson commented about the incident for the first time since news broke about his health issue on Tuesday. He said, "Now feeling 100% even though I don't need to be 100% to beat Jake Paul." This followed a statement from his July opponent Jake Paul, who said that nothing changed regarding the status of their fight, meaning that the show must go on. What the Tyson vs. Paul show will entail that the two will allegedly fight for real, with the knockouts permitted. The fight will reportedly be fully sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations, meaning that it will count on their pro boxing records as a legitimate fight. Should Paul defeat Tyson, then he will be the final name on the veteran athlete's resume, the same fighter who shook up the boxing world and struck fear into many opponents during his heyday in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Years before Paul was even born, in 1997, though Tyson is the one with the Hollywood boxing career, creating some of the most memorable moments in the sport's history, including his bite fight with Evander Holyfield. He remains 30 years older than Paul, who has been by far the more active fighter in recent times. There is a clear disparity in quality between Tyson's resume and the Paul's. However, the 27-year-old former Disney star has been developing at a remarkable rate and has wins over former MMA fighters, some champions, and more recently actual boxers with boxing experience. This will not be the first time Paul has been on Netflix. The sanctioned boxing bout between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is less than 2 months away. Former heavyweight champion Tyson will face off against the influencer-turned boxer in one of the year's most anticipated fights that will be available globally on Netflix. The recent news conference ahead of the fight was full of excitement, featuring the main attractions: Tyson and Paul. Tyson enters the ring with a record of 56-2 with 44 knockouts, while Paul has a record of 9-1 with 6 KOs. Their electrifying presence only increased the anticipation for the upcoming 4-fight card in Arlington, Texas. Here is everything to know ahead of the Tyson-Paul fight on July 20. Mike Tyson health update and fight status. According to a report by In Touch Weekly on May 26, Mike Tyson had a health scare on a flight from Miami to Los Angeles that required paramedics to board the plane upon landing for assistance. Just 30 minutes before landing, Tyson experienced symptoms of nausea and dizziness attributed to an all-care flare-up. He expressed his gratitude to the medical staff for their prompt and effective assistance. Tyson is now in good health as confirmed by his representatives. As of now, the Tyson Paul fight is still slated for July 20. Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson official fight rules. The sanctioned fight, approved by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations, will consist of 8 2-minute rounds instead of the usual 3-minute rounds. Both boxers will wear 14-ounce gloves, heavier than the standard gloves. Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson. Latest fight odds. The latest odds from DraftKings give Paul a slight edge 2 months out from the fight. Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight is scheduled for Saturday, July 20, 2024. The fight will be held at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, home of the NFL's Dallas Cowboys. The full card featured 3 more bouts before Paul and Tyson square off. The first, Katie Taylor vs. Amanda Serrano, super lightweight title fight. The second, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. vs. Darren Till. This is cruiserweight. The third, Ashton Slave vs. Floyd Schofield, lightweight. AT&T Stadium can accommodate up to 80,000 people, leading to a wide range of ticket prices. Vivid Seats is offering first row ringside tickets for over $47,000 each, but floor tickets are available for as low as $643. Additionally, upper-level concourse seats are listed for as low as $87 each. Paul is listed at 6'1" and reportedly weighs 213 pounds, up from his usual fighting weight of 200 pounds. Tyson is listed at 5'10" and thought at 220 pounds in his most recent exhibition bout. Jake Paul is 27, Mike Tyson is currently 57-year-old but will turn 58 by the fight date. The fight's official start time is yet to be announced, but it will be exclusively streamed on Netflix. A Netflix plan will be required to watch the fight, with prices starting at $6.99/month for standard streaming with ads. Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson fight predictions. Timothy Bradley. Tyson will knock out Jake Paul. Mike Tyson, knock his ass out, baby. It can happen. 2 minutes is going to favor Mike Tyson, banging him to the body, hitting him with power shots, Bradley said. He has the potential to knock this man out. The power is the last thing to leave you. 2 minutes, that's all it takes to knock Disney boy the hell out. Sporting news. David Fletcher writes, due to the lack of experience of Paul's opponents and the fear of his power, no one had dared bring to fight to Paul. Tyson is incredibly aggressive and is highly likely to do so in multiple rounds. Even if he doesn't get the knockout, forcing Paul into retreat once he gets the taste of Tyson's power is quite possible. Tyson Fury, Tyson knockout win. Fury chose his namesake when asked on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani for his pick. Prior to his title fight, Fury said, "If Tyson hits anybody, I don't care if he's 90, he is going to knock them out cold." Fury said, "It's Iron Mike, he is the baddest man on the planet." Tyson Fury said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.